Flamy drags you into a therapeutic, theatrical mix of music and storytelling. Armed with a bold lip and a blistering voice, Flamy is proof positive that nothing is sacred, but everything is holy. Shame belongs in the closet, and you are a brilliant, resilient, badass, ready to take on the world. Please welcome Flamy Grant.
I mean, just wait till we get to the third song. That theological thing is definitely going to apply. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Man, it's been such a great time so far. This is a fabulous group of people, and you all look beautiful. Yeah. I didn't need to tell you that. Had enough that I was thinking of. Had enough that it was all I want. Fill me up because I need another. Fill my cup cause I can see the bottom. I will write it in my book of secrets. We collided, there's a million pieces. It's as delicate as dynamite. It's a hell of a firefight. If we crawl away before the fire catches, we might escape with only superficial scratches. What occurred after the cannons loaded? Vision blurred after the bomb exploded. Doesn't hurt unless I try to remember. What's the word for giving up forever? Found a soft place that isn't hard yet. Found a fresh wound that hasn't scarred yet. Let it bleed until my body heals it. Let me see, cause I can barely feel it. We'll lay low until the danger passes. We could walk away with only superficial scratches. Had enough, but I was thinking of it. Had enough, but it was all I wanted. Maybe one day I can cope without it. Maybe even stop thinking about it. But I wonder if our scars are perfect matches, or if you got away with only superficial scratches. got this dress at Goodwill in Austin last time I was here. Do you like it? Yeah. You Austinites? What do you call them? Austinites? You Austinites have really good style. There are a lot of good finds at that Goodwill. Well, the question I probably get the most often is, why? And, I mean, the answer is pretty straightforward, actually. At the last Gay Agenda meeting, the topic was, hey, how do we make music gayer? So, yeah, they said, all right, Lil Nas X, you got hip hop. Go do your thing. Sam Smith, pop, can you just like elevate the gay a little bit in pop? And Flamy, how about folk? I was like, well, hang on, those other genres get a lot more radio play. It's okay, I'm glad to do my part. This is a kind of my autobiography song. It's called What Did You Drag Me Into? Now when I say autobiography, I need you to understand I am a drag queen, so I'm gonna put a little rhinestone on it. I might embellish just a hair. I reserve the right to do that. But you know, 85% completely truthful here. Hope you enjoy this. Picture this, an American scene, lost in the cover of a magazine. Bible Belt baby wanna be a queen. Lord mama tried to keep a little boy clean. She found him with her high heels on, a 2-foot train of green chiffon. That messy lip was overdrawn, it was shocking and obscene. But mama knows that she's been blessed, and she's always done her best to cheer her little angel on, no matter how he's dressed. Now her baby boy is grown, on stage in wigs and silicone. After the show she's crying, child, what did you drag me into? Oh, what'd you drag me into? I said, Christmas Eve, time for the church nativity. Papa's in the front row trying to see, and he rubs his eyes cause he can't believe. Mary, Mary, Mother Mild is played by a familiar child. His son is walking down the aisle to a virgin shall conceive. But Papa takes most things in stride, and he works hard to provide. He likes tradition, and when gender roles are clear and codified, so he'll never understand why his son is not a man. All that he can say is, boy, what did you drag me into? Oh, yeah. I was baptized at the age of 12. Under the water, I came under a spell. I heard the Holy Ghost in the chlorine. She said, girl, you better go make a hell of a scene, yeah. Girl, you better go now. I said, oh, la, mama, why you melting down? Some babies show up with a crown. Ain't nothing you can say or do's gonna turn that shimmer down. Ain't no need to be ashamed, but if you want someone to blame, look up to heaven and cry, Lord, what did you drag me into? Oh, yeah, what did you drag me into? What did you drag me into? What did you drag me into? Oh, y'all can sing along. Hey, what did you drag me into? What did you drag me into? What did you drag me into? Oh. year ago, I had no clue about Folk Alliance. I knew nothing. I got dragged to Folk Alliance in Kansas City by some friends who were like, no, you have to, it's just what you do. I was like, okay, I'll go, but like I'm not gonna take PTO, I'm gonna work remotely, like I'm just gonna be there or whatever. And then I got there, and I was really pissed at myself for not taking the PTO. Because I missed out on so much good stuff, so I said, all right, I'm gonna go to like every regional I can. I'm gonna go back next year and do it right. And I'm very glad that I am here. It's amazing. Been a bit of a wild year. I did. What was that?
We're amazed too.
Yeah, I know. None of us know how any of this happened. I really did start doing drag for myself. In my bedroom at the beginning of the pandemic. I had no aspirations to have a whole second act in my second half of my life and do a drag career and make music with it and all that. It was really just, it was kind of inner child work for me. I was the kid, like that song said, who got in trouble for ruining my mom's tube of lipstick and just all of those impulses and inclinations I had as a child. Which, by the way, I've never met a drag queen until I was like in my 30s, so I was not groomed or indoctrinated. It's just what I wanted to do when I was a little kid. In fact, I would argue I was pretty heavily indoctrinated in the other direction, and it didn't work. It did for a while. It worked for quite a few years, but I'm finally here, and I'm very happy that I am. And yeah, thank you. So during the course of exploring drag and then starting to write some songs in drag, and I started to realize that the inner child work I was doing for myself and all of the things that drag was doing for me could actually make a difference for other folks too. So I ended up writing an album that's mostly about religious trauma, which is, just like a drag queen singing about religious trauma in folk songs. Like, just a very predictable life path. And now I'm here singing them for you. So I hope you enjoy this one. It's basically my grown-up Sunday school song. It's called Esther, Ruth, and Rahab. In the church where I was raised, all the women hid their hair with what can only be called doilies made of lace. They sat beside their husbands and they never spoke a word, 'cause public prayer was not a woman's place. But literally any man was welcome to stand up, and for an hour we would listen to them talk. And I guess the lesson there is God would only hear a prayer when it came from a person with a cock. As a kid, those Sunday mornings made me restless, bored and numb. My Bible was the one way to pass time. So I spent the hour in search of stories brimming with suspense, and I found Esther, Ruth, and Rahab were sublime. Castaways who outwitted and outplayed an immigrant ancestor to the incarnate divine. Everyone has a star that lights their way. We see our paths by someone else's shine. Esther, Ruth, and Rahab, they were mine. Every Sunday I would find a brand new story of a girl who made some patriarch meet his match. They were painted as conniving, but it wasn't hard to see that secretly most men just fear to snatch. And I know that's true because I see some absolutely terrified looking men right here. Deborah's military minded brought peace for 40 years. The witch of Endor, she saw right through Saul's charade. Of course Eve said, fuck the system, I am chasing after wisdom. And Rachel wouldn't let herself be played. Jezebel sure gave him hell, but she wasn't scared to die. If you're with JL, well, think twice when you recline. That's a deep cut. The only reason we have Moses is 'cause Miriam was there to keep his petty ass in line. Castaways, outwitted and outplayed, an immigrant ancestor to the incarnate divine. Everyone has a star that lights their way. We see our paths by someone else's shine. Well, Esther, Ruth, and Rahab, they were mine. But when they talk about the heroes of the faith, they always mean Elijah, Abraham, or Dave. But Esther, Ruth, and Rahab for me were just as big. I wanted to be like them, so I bought myself this wig. And like 50 other wigs, you can't buy just one. My church insisted women all be small, submissive, and unseen. But their own holy book betrayed that lie. 'Cause in those pages you'll find badass rebel warriors and queens, prophetesses, witches, whores, and wives all causing scenes. Every woman in the scripture smashed the norms to smithereens. So it's a good thing when a girl learns how to fly. And that's one truth from the Bible